بكم طلاب الصف الاول الاعدادي. معادنا مع شرح المراجعه النهائيه في ماده الساينس، الماده الجميله بتاعتنا اللي كلنا بنحبها. والفاينل ريفيجن اللي احنا جايبينه لكم النهارده دي مجمعها لكم في مذكره لن يخرج منها الامتحان باذن الله. المذكره ضمه حوالي 26 نوع من الاسئله. 26 نوع من الاسئله. هنقسم المراجعه بتاعتنا لأربع فيديوهات. كل فيديو هيبقى مختص بجزء معين. نبدأ بالجزء الأول وهنتكلم فيه عن write the scientific term. أول حاجة write the scientific term. نجاوب مع بعض كده. دي الأسئلة يا جماعة اللي هي لن يخرج منها الامتحان، وأنا بقول كده وواثق أنا بقول إيه. طيب. Number 1. Imaginary places in which electrons can move according to their energies. طبعا ده ايه؟ طبعا ده الانرجي ليفل. Number 2. The way by which the heat is transferred through gases and liquids. طبعا ده الconvection. Number 3. An example of an animal with external support. Example مثلا ممكن نقول ده السنيل. Number 4. The sum of potential energy and kinetic energy. طبعا ده ايه؟ ده الميكانيكال energy. Number 5. The basic classification unit of living organisms. ده طبعا ده الايه؟ السبيشيز. تمام؟ Number 6. The result of combination between two or more atoms of different elements with constant weight ratios. طبعا ده الايه؟ compound. Number 7. The gases that don't take part in the chemical reaction. طبعا ايه ده ايه؟ مين يقول لي ده ايه the gases that don't take part in the chemical reaction؟ ما يبقاش فيها تفاعلات كيميائية. طبعا ده inert gas. Number 8. The stored energy in an object due to the work done on it. طبعا ده potential energy. 9. It is the temperature at which a substance begins to change from a liquid state to a gaseous state. طبعا ده ايه؟ boiling point. Number 10. It is a form of energy which transfers from a higher temperature object to a lower temperature object. طبعا ده اللي هي ايه؟ heat energy. 11. Animals have one pair of incisors in each jaw. طبعا ده اللي ايه؟ rodents. 12. It is the amount of energy lost or gained by an electron when it transfers from the energy level to another. طبعا ده الايه؟ الكوانتم. Number 13. The pollution produced from the networks of wireless transmitters of cellular phones. طبعا ده ايه؟ electromagnetic pollution. Number 14. The measuring unit of energy. طبعا اللي هو ايه؟ joule is the measured unit of energy. Number 15. The positively charged particles in the nucleus of an atom. طبعا ده الايه؟ البروتونز. Number 16. The spaces that found among the molecules. طبعا ايه؟ ده intermolecular space. 17. The modification in the behavior of a living organism at a specific time of the day or a year. طبعا ده بيسميه ايه؟ طبعا behavioral adaptation. Number 18. The branch of biology that searches for the similarities and differences among living organisms. طبعا ده ايه؟ التاكسونومي. number 90. A group of animals that have one pair of ancestors in each jaw. طبعا هتبقى rodent. Number 20. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it is converted from one form to another. طبعا ايه ده اللي هو ايه؟ طبعا conservation law of energy. conservation law of energy. قانون بقاء الطاقة. 21. The temperature at which matter starts to change from solid to liquid. طبعا ايه دي melting point. melting point. 22. Ability to do work or to make a change. طبعا دي سهلة. energy. 23. The ability of some living organisms to be hidden from enemies or to capture the prey. طبعا دي معروفة اللي هي الكاموفلاج. camouflage. 23. 24. The limited amount of energy needed or lost to transfer an electron from an energy level to another. طبعا ده الكوانتم. 25. The process by which some animals hide in burrows to overcome low temperature. طبعا ده ايه؟ الايستيفيشن. ايستيفيشن. 26. The temperature at which matter begin to change from the liquid state to gaseous state. طبعا دي ايه؟ البويلينج بوينت. 27. It's a basic classification unit for living organisms. طبعا دي الايه؟ species. species. 27. 28. A modification in a living organism or its body structure or even the biological function of its organs to become more adapted to the environmental conditions where it lives in. طبعا ده الايه؟ adaptation او adaptation. دي الادابتيشن. 29. The temperature at which matter changes from a solid phase into liquid. 1. طبعا دي melting point. 30. The simplest pure form of matter which cannot be analyzed simpler. طبعا دي ايه؟ element. 31. The heat state of an object on which the transfer of heat from the object depends. طبعا دي temperature. 32. The ability of some body organs and tissues to do a certain function. Functional adaptation. Functional adaptation. 33. A group of animals that have 3 pairs of jointed legs. طبعا دي الايه؟ الانسكت. 34. The fundamental building unit of matter that can take part in the chemical reaction. ده طبعا دي atom. 35. Energy gained or lost to transfer an electron from one energy level to another. دي طبعا ايه؟ الكوانتم. كوانتم دوت اللي هو طبعا اللي هي energy gained or lost to transfer an electron from one energy level to another. 36. Number of positive protons in nucleus of the atom. طبعا ده الatomic number. 37. Energy stored in the object due to the work done on the object. ده طبعا البوتنشال energy. 38. Plants can be distinguished into roots, stems and leaves. طبعا ده الايه؟ algae. ده اسمه الالجاي. 39. The mass of unit volume of the substances. طبعا دي ايه؟ density. Sum of protons and neutrons in a nucleus. طبعا دي ايه؟ الماس نمبر. 41 the work done during the motion of an object. طبعا ايه دي الايه kinetic energy. 42 the simplest pure substance that couldn't analyze it into simpler form. Element. 43 the fundamental unit for natural classifying system in living organisms. طبعا دي الايه species. 44 it's a permanent resource of energy. طبعا دي الايه sun. 45 an amount of energy that gained or lost transfer an electron from one energy level to another. دي طبعا الكوانتم برضو. 46 the way of transferring the heat through solid. دي طبعا mechanical energy. 48 a group of terrestrial plants that reproduce by formation spores. طبعا دي طبعا الايه الفيمز. 49 invertebrates that are characterized by having a number of jointed legs. طبعا دي الايه arthropods. 50 energy is neither created nor destroyed but it is converted from one form to another. طبعا دي طبعا ايه conservation law of energy. قانون بقاء الطاقة conservation law of energy. 51 the smallest part of matter that can exist freely having the properties of matter. طبعا ده الايه المولكيول. 52 the monoatomic liquid. monoatomic liquid ده اللي هو الايه الميركوري او الزئبق. 53 the atom that gains a quantum of energy. طبعا ده excited atom. 54 a device changes solar energy to electric energy. طبعا ده اللي هو ايه السولار سيل. الخلايا الشمسيه اللي بتحول اشعه الشمس لالكتريك انرجي. 55 the plants which devour insects to get protein. طبعا دي احنا بنسميها ايه insectivores او insectivorous. اللي هي الحيوانات دايما طبعا النباتات اللي دايما بتتغذى على الانسكتس ده insectivorous. طيب 56 a modification in behavior, structure, biological function of a living organism's organ. طبعا دي ايه adaptation. 57 the spaces between molecules. طبعا دي اللي ايه intermolecular spaces. ايه spaces. طيب 58 the smallest building unit of matter which can exist freely. طبعا ده المولكيول. 59 the ability of some living organisms to hide from their enemies. طبعا ده اللي هو الكاموفلاج. طبعا. 60 pollution produced from the network of cellular phone. طبعا دي الالكترومagnetic. 61 the sum of positive protons and neutrons in the nucleus of atom. طبعا دي الماس نمبر. 62 volume measuring unit. طبعا ده السنتيمتر كيوب cm باور 3. 63 plants that can be distinguished into roots, stems and leaves. طبعا دي algae. 64 the type of adaptation when birds migrate from one place to another. طبعا دي behavioral ايه؟ behavioral adaptation. 65. The transfer of heat from hot object to another without any need for a material medium through which heat transfer. طبعا ده ايه؟ radiation. إشعاع. 66. A group of similar living organisms in shapes that can reproduce to give birth of a new fertile individual. طبعا دي الايه؟ species. 67. A liquid used to keep sodium and potassium metals from air. طبعا ده اللي هو ايه؟ كيروسين. كيروسين. 68. It's the ability to do work or to make a change. طبعا ده اللي هو ايه؟ الانرجي. 69. The matter which doesn't take the shape of the container. دي طبعا دي solid. 70. Amount of energy which an electron loses or gains to transfer from energy level into another energy. طبعا دي الكوانتم. طبعا الكوانتم ده بيتكرر بكذا طريقه اهو عشان برضو ايه نركز عليه. 71. The result of combination between two or more difficult elements with constant weight ratios. طبعا ده اللي هو ايه؟ compound. 72. mass measuring unit. ده طبعا ده الايه؟ الجرام. 73. an alloy which is used in making heating coils. ده اللي هو ايه؟ النيكل كروم. نيكل كروم. 74. it is the heat condition which determines whether heat transfers from or to an object when it comes in contact with another. طبعا دي temperature. 75. energy stored in the object due to the work done on the object. طبعا دي potential energy. 76. it is the mass of unit volume of the substance. طبعا دي الايه؟ الدنسيتي. كده نكون خلصنا الجزء الاول من الفيديو بتاعنا النهارده اللي هو scientific term. هنكمل في الجزء ده بقيه الجزء. طبعا بص من الاخر كده الاسئله اللي احنا قلناها دي مش هيجي سؤال بره الامتحان فيها، يعني لو انت عارفهم كلهم يبقى كده اطمن ان انت تجيب الفول مارك في الساينتفك تيرم. خش بعد كده على تشوز ذا كوريكت انسرز. عندنا كام سؤال؟ عندنا برضو حوالي 75 لا كتير اهو. عندنا كام؟ اكتر من 105. طبعا 105 دول برضو مش هيخرج منهم الامتحان بتاع التشوز خالص. تمام. نبدأ مع بعض الايه؟ التشوز. تقدر طبعا توقف الفيديو في اي وقت وتراجع تاني، مفيش مشكلة خالص. choose the right answer. An object of mass 2 kilogram is moving at a speed of 4 meter per second, has a kinetic energy this joules. يا ترى 16 64 32؟ هسيبكم ثانية واحدة تجاوبوه ده. طبعا هتبقى ايه؟ نمبر ايه اللي هي ايه؟ 16. تمام. تقدر توقف الفيديو لو انت ملحقتش تحسب وتحله تاني. In solar heater solar energy is converted into ايه؟ طبعا converted into heat. Number C. The color probability is the distinguishing factor between طبعا silver and gold. Number 4. The third energy level is saturated by space electrons. Saturated by ايه؟ طبعا 18 electron. Number 5, a substance is solid and cannot be softened by heating. طبعا sulfur. تمام. 6, chemical energy can be stored in. تمام. Number A, car battery. The chemical activity of the element depends on the number of. تمام. electrons in the outer level. Number 8, an element has 2 electrons in the L level, so its atomic number is. فكر كده. تمام. تبقى نمبر بي اللي هي 4. نمبر 9, all of the following are active elements except. طبعا على حسب الالكترونز اللي موجود في اللاست ليفل. طبعا الايه نمبر ايه نمبر دي اللي هو الارجون. تمام. 10 بقى، cooking pans are made up of. طبعا are made up of ايه؟ copper. ده سوري هنا سوري هنا النمبر 10. نمبر 10 اللي هي طبعا الدي برضو اللي هي بي اند سي اللي هي ألمونيوم وطبعا ايه وستانلس ستيل عشان يقدر يتحملوا درجة الحرارة. 11, the substances that float on water surface is ايه؟ تمام. كورك. كان كل ده بيعمل sink in the ايه in the water. Number 12, the probability of electric production is distinguishing factor between. تمام. Number C, iron and wood. 13, an object of 20 in weight and it is placed at height of 5 meters, so its potential energy is space joule. نحسب كده. تمام. هتبقى number C is ايه 100. 14, if you sit down beside an electric heater, heat is transferred to you by A. تمام. convection or convection. number D. Scorpion belongs to. Scorpion belongs to A. تمام. arachnids. تمام. arachnids. طيب. Number 16, equal masses of different substances have space volumes. طبعا has ايه different volumes. Number 17, when a substance sinks in water, that means its density is space the density of water. تبقى number C اللي هي more than the density of water. Number 8, the space matter doesn't take the shape of the container. طبعا زي ايه معروفة دي the solid matter. The solid matter. 19, the molecule of oxygen is composed of space atoms. طبعا ايه the molecule of oxygen. تمام 2 atoms. Number 20, the particles which revolve around the nucleus of an atom of element are. تمام. طبعا ده الايه electrons. Number 21, the number of energy level in the heaviest atom is. تمام 32. 23, from inert gases ايه الانرت جازس الموجود هنا؟ طبعا تمام، اللي هو الهيليوم طبعا. 24 heat transfers from sun to earth by تمام by ايه؟ radiation. 25 in car engine space energy of the fuel is changed into heat and mechanical energy. تمام هتبقى ايه؟ electric energy. 26 amoeba Euglena and Paramecium differ from each other in the A طبعا way of movement. تمام. 27 space insect exactly looks like the plant branches اللي هي ايه؟ stick insect. Number 28 space is from teethless mammals. teethless mammals طبعا الايه؟ السلوث، حيوان الكسلان، سلوث. 29 space is a temperature is a permanent source of energy. طبعا دي معروفة ايه؟ the sun. Okay. Number 30 electric energy is converted into around energy in تمام radio cassette. 31 test probability is distinguishing factor between copper and iron, vinegar and perfume, salt and sugar, gold and silver. طبعا هتبقى ايه؟ number C اللي هي salt and sugar. 32 space belongs to the animals with no body support. with no body support طبعا الايه؟ الاوكتوبس. تمام. 32 dynamo converts mechanical energy into energy ايه؟ dynamo converts mechanical energy into energy ايه؟ طبعا into energy electrical او into هي المفروض تبقى into electrical energy بس جايه كلمه energy قبل electrical. طيب 34 space is a permanent source of energy. طبعا ايه؟ the sun. rat has space. اقرا كده واختار. تمام هتبقى number دي اللي هي one pair of incisors in each jaw. 36 the sun is اقرا واختار. طبعا resources of permanent energy. 37 in the radio cassette inside the car the space choose تمام electric energy is converted into sound energy. Okay. 38 atom symbol of potassium element is potassium. طبعا دي سهلة. K اللي هو البوتاسيوم. 39 some substances need heat to get softened such as تمام iron. Secreting sweat by skin is considered space adaptation. طبعا يبقى ايه؟ functional adaptation. 41 an object of 10 in weight is placed at 5 meter height it has a potential energy. طبعا دي حليناها قبل كده حاجه شبهها كده لو تفتكروا. طبعا ايه تي 50 جول. 50 ايه 50 جول. طيب the handles of cooking pots are made of. طبعا are made of ايه؟ سهلة دي. made of wood عشان الحرارة. طيب 43 the rule of technological application is represented in. اقرا كده وشوف. the rule of technological application is represented in. طبعا ايه using energy resources and converting energy from form to another. 44 solids have space intermolecular force. طبعا number A strong intermolecular force. 45 space is an example for plant that reproduce by spores. 45 تمام تبقى ايه فوغير. 46 from the animals which don't have a body support is. طبعا jellyfish. Number 47 heat is transferred by convection through. طبعا ايه liquid and gas. 48 when the atomic number of element equals its mass number this means that there is no ايه تمام there is no nitro. تمام. number C. number 49 the third energy level in the atom contains. قلناها قبل كده طبعا ايه ET. 50 the color probability distinguishing factor between. the color probability قلناها برضه قبل كده تمام iron and gold. 51 the molecule of gaseous element that consists of one atom is. تمام helium. 52 heat transfers through liquids by. تمام convection. the molecule of ammonia consists of space atoms. تمام 4 atoms. طيب 54 in the rodent the number of incisors in the upper jaw is. طبعا number ايه اللي هو 1 bear. طيب 55 heat transfers from sun to earth by. radiation. تمام. when the object is thrown upward the space of object decreases. then potential energy kinetic energy. kinetic energy. 57 spider belongs to. تمام arachnids. the number of atoms is equal to the number of electrons in a space molecule. طبعا هيدروجين كلورايد. 59 the example of living organism that undergoes hibernation is the ايه طبعا frog. 60 heat transfer by radiation takes place through. تمام material media and non-material ones. 61 from the animals that undergo aestivation is. تمام gerbil. 62 from the plant that reproduce by forming spores. تمام ايه؟ فوغير. 63. Mammal animal that has one pair of ancestors in each jaw. تمام. rabbit. The nucleus of space atom doesn't contain neutrons. Hydrogen. 65. Heat transfers by space through liquid and gas. Convection. 66. Space is from the animals that make hibernation in winter. تمام ايه؟ frog. 67. All of the following belongs to arachnids except طبعا ايه؟ locust. 68. The electric lamp changes the space energy into the light and heat energy. طبعا electric. The electric energy into light and heat energy. 69. The smell property is distinguishing factor between iron and gold. طبعا مش صح. طبعا دي مش صح. فكروا تاني. The smell property is distinguishing factor between wood and plastic. طبعا perfume and ايه؟ فينجار. لان هنا smell property. تمام. 70. The energy level in is saturated by space electrons. طبعا ايه؟ C ولا B؟ 18 ولا 32؟ طبعا C 32. تمام. 71. The third energy level is saturated by طبعا ايه؟ 18 electron. Number 72. Heating coils are made of space alloy. طبعا نمبر دي اللي هي ايه؟ نيكل كروم. 73. Space reproduce by forming spores. طبعا ايه؟ فوغير. Car engine changes at first chemical energy to space energy. Number A heat. Chemical to ايه؟ to heat. Car engine changes at first chemical energy to heat energy وبعد كده بيحولها لايه؟ لإلكتريك energy. طيب 75. When air heats up its density decreases. 76. The electron is space charged particles. طبعا ايه؟ negatively charged particles. The number of pairs of scorpion legs is 4. An object of weight 6 Newton moved to height 5 meter. Its potential energy is طبعا 30. 79. Space is monoatomic liquid molecules. Monoatomic. طبعا اللي هي ايه؟ mercury. 80. Space is an example of plants that reproduce by seeds. طبعا اللي هو ايه؟ bean. 81. By increasing the kinetic energy of particles, their space increases. طبعا ايه their temperature is increased. The electric energy is converted into kinetic energy and طبعا electric fan. 83 space bird migrates in winter. طبعا ايه while bird. 84 in the solar cells the solar energy is converted into space energy. طبعا electric energy. 85 distance among molecules are very small in طبعا in ايه copper. 86 birds migration represents space adaptation. طبعا ايه دي behavioral adaptation. 87 the number of electrons that saturates the level K is طبعا 2 ده أول level. Dynamo converts mechanical energy into space energy. طبعا electric energy. 89 the sun is a space source of energy. طبعا ايه permanent. 90 the density of petroleum oil is a space that of water. طبعا less than of that of water. 91 insectivorous plants cannot absorb the nitrogenous substances to make ايه طبعا to make proteins. 92 secretion of poison in some snake is an example of space adaptation. طبعا هتبقى ايه functional adaptation. 93 positive charged particles in the nucleus of atom are space. طبعا ايه protons. 94 potassium is symbolized by طبعا K from gymnosperms plants space. gymnosperm plants طبعا دي هتبقى ايه تمام vine plant. 96 density measuring unit. density measuring unit دي سهلة طبعا نمبر ايه سنتيمتر كيوب. heat is transferred by radiation through طبعا material media and non-material one. 98 the monoatomic liquid is طبعا is a Hg. the rule which is used to find the electronic configuration for the first four energy level is فاكرينها دي الconfiguration بجيبها ازاي level طبعا ايه 2n باور 2. 100 an object of mass 1 kilogram moves at speed 4 meter per second so it has a kinetic energy equals a joule space joule. احسب تمام 8 joules. 101 an object of mass the scorpion belongs to insects myropods arachnids mammals طبعا هيبقى ايه C arachnids. 102 heat transfers from heater by radiation and convection. 103 as doubling height to which an object is raised from ground so the اقرا كده وجاوب تمام هتبقى ايه potential energy is increased to its double value. 104. Energy is neither created nor destroyed, but it can be transformed into another form of energy. This law is known as a law of ايه؟ طبعا ايه؟ طبعا كلنا عارفينها دي. conservation of energy. آخر سؤال معانا في ال choose. The symbol which represents silver elements is طبعا ايه؟ silver element. جاوبوه انتوا بقى، ده سهل قوي يعني. تمام. AG. اوكي كده نكون خلصنا الجزء الاول من المراجعه النهائيه بتاعتنا. اشوفكم في الجزء الثاني. ما تنسوش تقدروا تحملوا المذكره دي من الرابط تحت الفيديو. والمذكره طبعا زي ما احنا متفقين ان هي مش هياخد منها الامتحان. تابعوني واي سؤال تحت امركم في الكومنتس، وتقدروا تبعتوا لي رساله على الواتساب او صفحه الفيسبوك Learning for the Future. اتمنى لكم كل التوفيق. انتظرونا في الجزء الثاني، واحنا زي ما متفقين المراجعه دي 4 بارتس. احنا خلصنا بارت 1، انتظرونا في بارت 2. باي باي.